Akitlanya molomo asala arapaletse Makukonga mulapo Kamutwara
Hello, great people. This Sunday, the 13th of October 2019, we are speaking greatness into the Berry Height brand, the brand that we see flying off the shelves, flying off in Berry Station, and I'm here giving testimony to you that this time around I made something very different about this brand because I realized that it's very important that I use my art using vernacular. The importance of vernacular. Vernacular is your mother tongue in doing arts, in singing, doing poetry and storytelling. For me, this is more of godliness to the Berry Height brand because it reminds me of my authenticity or the genuinity of my product. So today, I'm welcoming you to Teleja listening session. Although, before the session starts, we are starting with different Berry Height productions in Shekhalagari and of course in Setswana also. And I've realized over the years, although that I have Bachelor of Arts in English and DELF, International Diploma in French and Certificate in German, I've realized the importance of me trying to pass a message to Africans in African languages or Botswana in languages that are spoken in Botswana, and most importantly my mother tongue, because my grandmother is the one who inspired the Berry Height brand into storytelling, which is deeply rooted into the Sekhalagadi culture. So I'm so excited to be hosting the creme de la creme of this country into Basilico Italian restaurant.
Carrying dead bodies of girls inside. Every time a child or woman is raped or dies, I feel the pain of how they lived in vain. This pain pierces through the puddles of rain in between the letters of my name. This pain makes my brain race insane, yes. If pain was a sound, you wouldn't hear it, but it will be louder to the human ear. When will girls own their bodies? She said with a twisted tongue tied to her teeth. Sometimes her lips act like violin strings. These eye bags are monuments of grief. Feel red blood flowing between her shaking knees beneath this body frame, praying to God, saying, "Take me, Lord." The height of my spiritual insight grows with tears and fears whose smile was never recognized. Last night, I dreamt of her wearing a flower dress. Yes, she wore her flower dress when she disappeared. Yes, she wore her flower dress when she got raped. Yes, she wore her flower dress when her body was cut into pieces. And the flowers on her dress melted in a pool of blood that escaped her body. I'm not impressed of your demise, baby girl, and our hearts will always touch. I hear your soundless heartbeat on highways. I see your soundless soul, your restless soul chasing the birds in the sky, hoping to rest from that nest. And yes, our hearts will always touch. The pieces of a sky soul were bound onto them last night. My eyes can never find the right shape to cry. Minds knowing, arms folding, hands holding, looking at your dead body rotting. They call me names, a feminist, a risk. But I am just an entire refuge against child molestation and gender-based violence. Because yes, very high poetry is the voice of women and children. Very high poetry shifts paradigms and cleanses imperialized minds of different kinds, raised to heavenly heights by the smiling sub-Saharan sun. Because some of you have been taught, inspired to write poetry, and you practice metaphors, similes, and rhymes. Some of us are born poetic. Thus we recite poetry to stop abuse against women and children for eternity. Because yes, our hearts will always touch. She remembers the hardness of his chest as mahogany casket pressing against her breast. I advise her to stop looking for light inside the cave because the blue blanket above is in cold heaven. It's very hard poetry. So need to
my name is Gilbert Searile, well known as PPY Pimpe in the music industry, aka the series celeb, the mall idol, your press universe. Once again, refer for Teleta listening session. Yaga Berry Heart brought to you by Berry Heart, Berry Heart Creative Creations. Very Heart Creations. A company so don't forget Renali merchandise from Berry Heart. Renali the T-shirt, and then Renali the ladies cut, and then Renali the CD, so that you can be familiar with the music that's gonna be blown here. So it's better you get your single. So anyway, without wasting time, let me invite Basadi Massimo Lele. I'm so sorry. Massimo Lole, Basadi Massimo Lole. That's why I'm having difficulties on pronunciation of the name. You know how the devil is on what the crash in Kati. You can realize to Robata do hell how Maleba and I will Pala Robobo Basadi Sabagagasara. So, what about the reality? Welcome remarks.
Good afternoon, all. It's a privilege to welcome you all on this day. Your upcoming album.
CD temo marekisetsong ke boeletsa gape gore ba ibitsa ba re theletša. You know, Berry, there's something strange about this. When I saw the invitation, there's a local comedian by the name of Ephraim Basha. Maybe bango bakile ba bona joke ya gona yo. So ona bua gore like the problem why Botswana music can penetrate bo Russia, bo US is because of the language. Maybe I don't know how. Maybe our language is so boring. So about ona haseka gore look at the joint like bo tsabo Beyonce, tsabo More Than a Woman, tsabo Alea, tsabo Nelly, I Love You, and then you call very hard to sing it, very hard to tabatare. Hina hima chena ho kakuchi cha cha taka mohaka. So it's there. I'll send you the thing. Immediately, like I said, my nigga, big up. Kehaberi abuaka this thing, and then it's like the vernacular. That comedian guy is talking about it. So the next item will be the importance of vernacular in the arts. Like kekopa maudi dikobe a gatele ka kwano. Mod, yo, mod. Now I get it right. Yeah, what's up, girl? She got the energy, dope. Wow.
Ke latlhile buaka, ke latlhile limaka, ke jesa fela kwa wokalaka. Ke latlhile buaka, ke latlhile limaka, ke jesa fela kwa wokalaka.
So when people insult her in the media, they insult me, and I have the power of the pen, so I insult them back, and she usually insults them back in song. So I had the honor of teaching very hard at the University of Botswana when she was doing her BA, and the single honor of supervising her on her BA thesis on feminism and dub poetry. So not only does she sing in Shikhalahari, I think she can do a lot of bombastic lyrics and patois if you push her to do that. Berry Hart is a seasoned artist, and above all things, she's known for her collaboration with artists on both sides of the Atlantic, in Africa and in the African diaspora, and more importantly, including the Indian diaspora, because in India, you have blacks, Indians of African descent. So of all other things that I admire about my mentee is her knack for collaboration with people from different cultures and languages. She is a seasoned artist, and she's been featured in BBC on African Voices. And in addition, she has performed her poetry to different audiences, including the time when she was the UN ambassador on gender-based violence. But in addition to that, she has a song that she dedicates to Bakhalahadi kids, that they should take cognizance of education, that if they get educated like her, they would go far and beyond. And talking about the vernacular, Berry Hart is one of the first pop artists in Botswana to sing in her mother tongue, Shikhalahari, when it wasn't vogue to do that. Yes. And other people started just doing that after the presidential competitions, but she had been doing that long before the presidential competitions to remind us of the language we dream in. You might be speaking fluent English or teaching English for a living like myself, but I always dream in Setswana. So I hope you also dream in your vernacular languages when it's really something that touches your heart. I'm going to single out a couple of songs by Berry Hart that speak to both social and political issues. One which I've just made allusion to, Chucho Bushra, education as your inheritance, and Die, like when she welcomes people to Botswana, not only like a touristic show which is done for Maramotse, but she welcomes people to Botswana so that they can see the developments that have been made coming out of the Botswana to Botswana Diamonds. And today, after Very Hard for Dinner, we'll be treated to another rendition on Teleja. So get your antennas on, because I think we have something special in the making. Another plus for Very Hard is her playful and erotic lyrics. Dipina tsa Very Hard di bua ka morobalo, even for people who had forgotten how to do it or when they last did it. And this in itself validates Very Hard's erotic autonomy, that as women you have the power that nobody can take away from you. Yes. And she does this without straying away from the teachings of the Lord, because even in the Bible, if you read the Songs of Solomon, there's been a lot of sex in the Bible. So like the producer before me, there's wine and sex in the Bible. So what we're doing today is not outside of what the Lord would love us to be doing today. So today you are spoiled for a choice, as Very Hard will soon be serenading us with her beautiful voice and the lyrics that are always have a message for all of us here. With that, I say thank you Very Hard for inviting me to be here today. Even though I'm a grandmother, I should have been babysitting, but the erotic is still in me.
One Mokgalagadi girl from Magagarape. You know me. Sometimes I don't need any introduction, but there are those who want to know me beyond the brand Very Hard. I'm born ko Tshepile Motsonageng go Kgalagadi ke Mokgalagadi me bile tshetse ke Motshwana wa iritshegwane jwalong le Magagarape Motshwana go Motsonageng ke bolaleng le Bakgalagadi ke re ke kopa gore le ntshapote jwalong ke le ngwana wenu ke opela ibile ke boka ga se Kgalagadi ga gore puo ya tsho ke fila gore ko yona e leng go gore e re ha gore ke rule mosari yo montente yo le mbona go yo. Akitanya mulomo asala arapale patonga mulamo kamutsara akitanya mulomo asala arapale patonga mulamo sale batile gumpona phiki menna kana kitsa kwa bukalaka liputla gammago ke kae sebeberoga se bolwetse ke mokgwa ke boloi jwa mosese wa letheka bonkoko kana barata ke le lefetwa ga sena wa maloba yelewe ke bona pulelong ya lobati maloba nne ke dirile motselo ke le moretlo wa mampula ke ntse maloba nne ke dirile motselo ke le moretlo wa mampula ke ntse ke tsosane ntso le sonya ke lebile mabasi basala barurugile asina
se e leng gore ke eletsa gore re nne re se dira mo especially motho a sentse a le mo botshelong re nne re bua ka ga tsone like very hard ke mogwebi and then ke motho e leng gore ga a dira selo o tsenya maoto te o ira go theka pelo like you can check this out right now she got a clothing line called Berry Hart, so like it's doing very well. I remember 2 days ago I saw the mayor rocking the tea. I was like, wow, because like yeah, that's what's up. Imagine the mayor rocking the tea. So like, you know, how high it is. So it's sure like from the music industry, like back in the days when we used to represent DC, I was in a clique called African Weekend Clan, whereby like it was all about underground movement and I remember Barry at UB was representing like, it would be like, yo, putting on a Dr. Dre kind of a shit. You know what I'm talking about. So that is the thing that I'm talking about at the end of the day, about music, and then about the clothing line, whereby you see the mayor rocking the tea. And then the same Berry Hart tried on politics, whereby he messed up with the Ondaba, he didn't care, so big up for that. And then the same Berry Hart, like right now, all these politician motherfuckers that are milking on Dipalameletse shit because like everybody's blowing, the share is all over. You check this out on Facebook, Dipalameletse, BPF or BRP or whatever they say, Dipalameletse. They owe you, girl, 2 million. We're gonna sue them.
Surprise. Surprise because I didn't know that I have to say something. But you know, I am happy to have the opportunity to talk more tirong ya Berry Hart because I have known Berry Hart for a long time. As a young woman who is supportive to other young women, I have an organization, and Berry Hart has always been part of that organization. I support young women, so I am so happy to be here to say something about the importance. To be here to talk about the importance the arts more economy rona. So thank you very much for giving me that opportunity. I'll be very, very short because I wish they had told me. I would have written and I would have researched. I'm a researcher, Jaka Dr. Dikobe. So I would have really researched to understand the field, creative arts. But as an old woman, I'm sure I'll be able to say something that will help you guys. Dr. Hela, creative arts is one of the most important elements in the economy, each and every country. If you look at countries, United States, but they see more on creative arts. But Tobaba, those creative artists, but the musicians, the designers, and everybody who is in the field of creative arts is contributing a lot to the economy of country. And that is what we want for our country. We want to see Botswana recognize creative arts, recognize our own artists. We want to be able to be proud of the artists Zarona. We want our country to help them to reach their potential because sometimes if you don't have the support of your country, how can you reach that potential to be the best? We know Tota Hela. I sometimes sit down and just listen to the music. We have so much talent. And why are we still listening to other people when we have so much talent? Why are we still buying diaparo tsa batho ba bangwe. When we have our own designers, why are we still re lebelela re reka the arts tsa batho ba bangwe when we have our own? But I noticed that maybe it is because traditionally we didn't look at that field, arts as important as it is. But now it is the time our governments ba lebelele this industry, and I'm happy to see that now they have started, looking for information to be able to understand and support creative arts. So it is my pleasure to just say today to Berry Heart, continue doing what you have been doing for years. Continue inspiring other young people to go forward, not to be discouraged by the fact that there is not enough support from our government. I'm hoping, I'm hoping this time we will choose a government that will be really supportive to this very, very important industry. Ke solohela jalo. Le ha isa jeki, le ha ijeka, nehela gone we think, we believe this industry is very, very important. We want to see it supported. We want bana ba rona gore ba supportiwe. I have a young child, Musimani, o ile ko the University of Cape Town, Adira, music. He's so passionate. He's like ali munyenyane, ali passionate ka music. When he completed a couple of years back, 3 years back, I had to go Cape Town. He stayed around, a little bit of music, baletsa modi radio, hale. He gave up and he went back to Atlanta. And trying to push his thing because he couldn't do it more high. And I tried to tell him to stay. No, it will be fine. You will be supported by government, and they didn't. And in Atlanta, he is doing well. But he could be here, and he's not the only one that had to leave the country to go and push his dream. So let us, advocate and for the support, the industry. It is very important, like I say, Oliver. You can even look at our neighbors, Helaha, Nigeria, that particular industry is doing so well. It's a supporter economy, So I would. Before but it will be my pleasure to see us respect the artists as much as Badira ko Nigeria. Baba respect. What do they have? They don't have different than what we have. They have the same thing. It's just the support, the push. So please, let us, as we go to the elections, let us make sure that we are there. Economy so that we can see this industry grow.
So anyway, jaanong nako ile gore ntse re emetse ya tiro ke yone e leng gore re ke tla be ke ibitsa. So I'll invite Berry Heart gore a tla re feel like I think you will communicate le di DJ gore a rutuse music ya gagwe and then everything was all about.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Berry Heart. Welcome to Teleja Listening Session. I love you so much. Before I go any further, I would like to thank everybody who came here. And most importantly, it is very important for me to start from 2012. Whoever contributed for the first time, my first sponsor ever just walked in. And this is the first time he's come into my event, Mr. Tops Masole. Ilela ntlha ke bona monna a kwalla mosadi check ya 10,000 a sa re a ko ntshune. A ntha re o utlwa poko ya me ke ipotsa gore ka Tops wa thwa modimo ha itse le yone nnana wa lela. Yaanong sekgwaza yo be o se utlwa jang but ora spiritness na le. So he wrote me a check ya 5,000. I went that time moto wa go le ka Jesus and I, when I was so criticized for saying I made love with Jesus Christ. And people do not understand the beauty of language when it comes to poetry, and may the Lord forgive them. So Tops was my first sponsor. Then go bo nna le ro mongwe ke sponsor ka 300,000, Ramachandran Autopath, the CEO and co-founder of Choppies. Maud has been with me throughout. Botswana Media, both private and government, they've been with me. Then, individuals, although they are in the entertainment industry as a broad term, they've been with me. Basadi Basimilo is one of those, and Bolorata Mekwe is one of those. So many others. My industry, it is very important that I mention this thing, that, you know, Nono Sile has been at the forefront of the Very Hard brand. Ha gona show e ke dirile Nono Sile asati, or atago performer. And I want her to understand that I'm so grateful. She has been with me through thick and thin. And Magilika, ka 2012, ke gakologelwa ebile ba bua ditshele ko lapeng ba bua gore ko ro ka ro lukhwitsana o senang o bo re ha o senang o dira madi o bo boa gape wa isa go o re wa donate. People do not understand something about giving. You don't give because you have a lot. Manyaza, welcome le Bui. I will talk about you ladies. I've been doing so much charity with them, and I've donated to Magilika's. Apart from that, ke mme o nkgodisitseng ko University of Botswana. I donated to the Taula, the African Women's Leadership Academy. Like I Google Jalo and you participate. They have events annually and all that. But I'm doing the top summit. So, bo buitumelo le bo buitumelo batho the lina la lenyalo ke a le lebala. I'm saying Batsu because when the father was still the minister, Go MLHA, is one of those people who nominated me to be an ambassador for United Nations Creative Advisory Council. Ke so bonang ke sa gakologelo la lenyalo mme ha ke re gore go mola tota nkina di atametseng. Ke na le bakaoleng ba bangwe ba tswang ko as industry Pimpy one pimp ha bona bana le energy yana ke kila ka mo popisa ha bona buela dipalameletse. This was the guy o jele madi a dipalameletse le promoter. Ke mo is out pero se tata un shekele 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 oh shekele 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 oh shekele 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 oh shekele 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 baby ile bamza dibala melezi choma ile bamza dibala melezi tate ile bamza dibala melezi mama ile bamza dibala melezi baby ile bamza dibala melezi choma ile bamza. What you gonna say when I tell you dibala melezi? Shake your body baby yo, cause dibala melezi tla bo re dibala melezi re di isa go godimo with Messi Thebe maki motlogi emambukhuhlo Sharon Mathala Loretta Mekgwe. Shekele 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 oh shekele 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 oh shekele 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 oh shekele 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 dibala melezi tate ile bamza dibala melezi mama ile bamza dibala
Dipalamelezi choma ile makunza. Dipalamelezi tate ile makunza. Dipalamelezi.
Basadi ba. Nta ke le recognize kitso le tshepang, you are the first to come. Lize nako. Nono eno ka ipokang ka nna ke mmuseletsa. Gantsi le ene, she was one of those. Banne batla. Ladies and gentlemen, I have made one observation as very hard. Ha ke re ra leka re dira dilo di ntse re le di artist. But for me, I spend so much money in my art. And I want to get that back. And I've realized what makes my money in the arts industry is my vernacular. You might not believe it because it might not trend or how or whatever. Or even most importantly, you are just not the niche clientele. But every time I make a song in my mother tongue, I'll either get an international booking, an endorsement, or a sponsorship. And this time around, I have been doing it. My past album, Kolo, I had 90% of the vernaculars. There is the short one, ye modern na bua ka yone. A bua gore re ne re ke bua ka bana ba ba kgalagadi. The reason why I wrote about this song is because actually this song is the child in me speaking to other children. You think I've achieved a lot. Because I took my boyfriend there when I met him. This is where I'm from. The other French guy, I took him there years ago. He said, how do you live? Where do you stay? Where do you sleep? And I realized he was not ready to be with me. He wants already to find a girl who has a home. You get my point? Yes. And when I took, one thing that really differs everybody from the boyfriend that I have now, my man, is because when I took him there, he was just trying to see how I made it to where I am today. So, Kyukyo Boshwa. This is not the song that brought us here today, the production, but Kyukyo Boshwa, I'm merely trying to tell ngwana mo kgalagadi gore le ngwana o pehela wa Motswana ke ate ke utlwe bana ba Batswana ba bua gore ba sotlegile ebile ba robetse ha gona ditiro. I don't believe in that theory. I'm sorry. You are too lazy. You want to depend on the government so much. Nna go tshepile Motswana re mbere hati ke khona go apa magunya ke atatsa ka 20 liters ke a go rekisa go sefalana. Wena ntite etsa no palwa ke go dira jalo. It cannot work like that. We are just lazy. Yes, there is a lot that the government have to do, but individuals also, or citizenry of this country, have to do something to better their lives. Because so you have to think for yourself. Nobody is going to think for you. So Kyukyo Boshwa nearly says, so that you understand where I'm from. Out. Ibile ba bangwe ha ba setse ba ndiscredita o tebe gore hey o khwetsa bensi mme a tso go leng go setla, you know, thinking gore ba ntshotla. But listen to me properly. All the children from Kgalagadi, all the children from Kgalagadi, let's trust education. Be like me. We were born from abstract poverty. I trusted education. I went to school. I even went to school overseas. I can even tell you, I went to school without shoes. I used to carry my used to ke dirisa beke ya taxi ke go tsa dibuka thuto ke bo swangwanaka. ke monwana yo monqunqwane, yo ke monwana shepa ke balongwe, yo ke monwana shirula hagare, yo ke monwana shisupa baroi, golong kopego yo ke borile o na le potshana sheka ke mogolo kalanka khankana tobetsane koyo. Counting in my mother tongue from 1 to 10. Thuto ke buswa jabana. Education is important. This song is merely saying that because where I am, I was backed up by education. Otherwise, I was featuring an Indian counterpart, Shaka Manduki. Stop there. Production. And that the production is a di tshwane gona di production tse leng gore ke tsusiwa hela ke sedimo senthasere. Go and do this. It is a song that means welcome to Botswana. That can welcome to Botswana. So he's talking about certain touristic attractions in the country, some of which can you please play that? Pepe bawe mbeta te ora kilo go rula ka tatshega motopi nabo hoi a rulela go le jwala ga makgobokgobo a o ka fango le tshobe sheka ka shakhala ga gotsho re thaba ja tsonilo mokhatsha wa imobonye e tshware jalo gore re itletse mme hela ha re ka ke ra reetsa ye leng gore re itletse ha ke sa bua sengwe ebile ke sa se bua ka mmino ka mollotsana wa pina ye leng gore o tla ikutlwela ebile o tla itse gore ra jang. Ke kopa gore basadi botlhe ba industry e le pagamelle ka kwano simole ka nkuku wa lona Jezelle. Kamutswara akitlanya molomo asala arapaletse bathoboga molamo kamutswara akitlanya molomo asala arapaletse bathoboga molamo batlile go mpona piki minna kana ke jisa go bukalaka le potla ga mmago ke kae se bebero ga se bolwetse ke moha ke boloi jwa mosisi wa lutheka bonko ko kana barata ke le lefitwa boaka ke latlhile le maka ke jesa fela go bokalaka ke latlhile boaka ke latlhile maka ke jesa fela go bokalaka latlhile boaka ke latlhile maka ke jesa fela go bokalaka maloba nne ke dirile motshelo o ijela jolo hela ke le moretlo wa mampula ke ntse maloba nne ke dirile motshelo ke le moretlo wa mampula ke ntse ke tsosane ntsole sonya ke lebile babasi basala barurugile asina maloba yelewe ibona kumelo nalobati asina maloba yelewe ibona kumelo nalobati kila buwaka kila maka kujisa kala bobo kala kila buwaka kila maka kila buwaka kila maka kujisa kala bobo kala kila buwaka kila butoti kujisa kala bobo kala
Give a round of applause for Very Hard, ladies and gentlemen. A round of applause that everyone who didn't make it can hear.
Ça fait la bobo kalaka kila buwaka kila butoti karege ça fait la bobo kalaka kare kila buwaka na kila butoti na geje ça fait la bobo kalaka. Right now, I've mixed Setswana, Sekhalagadi, and Shipedi, Teleja, featuring Felem from South Africa. We are doing local languages. Local is lekker, baby. Very hard is.
bana lenyalo ga ba dire di-fight and set.
Dumela Afrika yo borwa, dumela Limpopo, ke binwa ka di latlhela makgabaneng tsa tla di phulere bula mogago tshoswane tshwana se ga tlhamela masisi makgona tsotlhe matla ka dibeke a gagasela pheke tsa mona ga di na go bona boroko ka ke tsile ke tsile
Ke re tele sesi wa Motswana ke re ke go botse ke re tele sesi wa Motswana nna ke re ke go botse bana ba Limpopo bana le lerato o bana lenyalo ga ba dire di-fight and set. Bana ba Limpopo bana le lerato o bana lenyalo ga ba dire di-fight and set. Sesi wa Motswana ke re ke go botse ke re tele sesi wa Motswana nna ke re ke go botse bana ba Limpopo bana le lerato o bana lenyalo ga ba dire di-fight and set. Bana ba Limpopo bana le lerato o bana lenyalo ga ba dire di-fight and set.
Dumela Afrika yo borwa, dumela Limpopo, ke binwa ka di latlhela makgabaneng tsa tla di phulere bula mogago tshoswane tshwana se ga tlhamela masisi makgona tsotlhe matla ka dibeke a gagasela pheke tsa mona ga di na go bona boroko ka ke tsile
Ke re tele sesi wa Motswana ke re ke go botse ke re tele sesi wa Motswana nna ke re ke go botse bana ba Limpopo bana le lerato o bana le nyalo ba ba dire di fashion set bana ba Limpopo bana le lerato o bana le nyalo ba ba dire di fashion set.
Lately, the hottest potato from the Berry Hut brand is Berry Hut merchandise. We are talking about the golf t-shirts, cotton golf t-shirts. We are talking about the caps. We are talking about the vests. We are talking about the jimo. We are talking about a whole lot of. Even now, I'm wearing Berry Hut Creations. This is one of the best outfits from the new Berry Hut Creation. And when you want to get them, just get into our website. Wherever you are in the world, we'll sort you out. www.berryhut.co.bw or +267 770 73770 +267 770 73770. We are going to sort you out with the Berry Hut merchandise, Berry Hut pictures, because as you can see, I am also an image model. And when I draw on something and take a beautiful picture, you would like to print that or make that into fine art, and then you put it on your wall to make everything beautiful. I am the Berry Hut. I am Berry Hut. Ke mo khalagare ke Motswana, ntshapota Batswana ke le rapelago.